Hello, hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to our card pool. Don't have a huge intro for you today or anything crazy. If you're looking for guidance, there's plenty of ways to get in touch with me. Shoot me a DM or you can check out my offerings at the link in my bio. And yeah, I really just want to get right into the reading today. And I think oh my gosh, it's our last one. It's the last one of June. I don't know where time is flying as always, but yeah, I really hope that these messages are just, received in the way that is exactly meant for you, and set any intention you would like to for yourself, but really that it just gives you some peace, some healing, some insight, some hopefully like joy and excitement. Let's hope so. And just, incorporating any of those aspects into your message and into the guidance for today. So allow yourself to get grounded, however that looks like for you, and ask yourself a question, anything you want guidance on, or looking for some messages, or just anything fun. And yeah, decide if you're going to be card A or card B. I'm going to cleansing the deck. I'm going to ground myself and center myself and set the intention that I'm a clear channel and vessel for you. Receive these messages in whatever way is meant for you, for your highest and greatest good. All right, and shuffling them messily. All right, let's see what the cards have for us today. All right, group A. Ooh. Not sure if this one is fun and joyful and pleasurable, but let's see what we got. Unbound. Okay, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. That's all I gotta say to that. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. It's heavy. It feels never ending. It feels like I've been releasing a lot. I've been doing a lot. Seems like a lot of like trying, a lot of efforting, and almost like a releasing of the efforting is coming through for you. Like, stop trying so hard. Stop. There is a healing here, right? There is a releasing, there is a healing, there is a stuff to be like removed, but not from a place of like trying, not from the place of exhaustion, kind of where you're at now. You need a little bit of a reset. Not from the place of like, it's never ending. There's always more to do. The more I find, or the more I discover or unlayer, the more there is to like unpack. This is really just kind of like a, bringing it back to more simplistic, letting it, be kind of more natural in any ways that you can. Let it be interwoven into your daily life, rather than like, oh my gosh, I need to like sit and I need to heal this, or I need to make time to really sit down and like process this or whatever. Like, trying to make it more of a simple and easy practice throughout your day, and just like intentional, rather than like this big thing that feels really like heavy and it feels really burdensome. So you are releasing, right? There is healing and stuff happening, and just like allowing it to happen. Be aware of it, but not think like, another thing, like, yeah, not tying all of that heaviness to it, not tying all of that burden to it. Really trying to just allowing like the releasing and the processing and like whatever comes up for you to be a little bit more of like a natural, more of just like, oh, okay, like I acknowledge that, I'm aware of that, I'm setting the intention to release that, and then like moving on, right? Not harboring on it, not thinking it needs to be a big whole thing. So as much as you can do that, because it's feeling, and I've been feeling this myself, and I've been hearing it from multiple friends and other people, and just an overall exhaustion, right? And it makes sense from the world and life, just like this exhaustion. So it's kind of almost like that's coming into play here a little too much for you. So you need a little more of the balance, a little more of like the releasing of the heaviness, to allow the unbounding, to allow the process to just like happen. Okay. You don't have to like understand it all. You don't have to unpack it all. You don't have to constantly always be thinking that you have to dive deeper and do another healing and another thing. Just like allowing it to release, acknowledging, accepting, allowing. Let that be like your theme. Let that be your mantra for this week. Yeah. And like with that is because of finding the balance, you can still be like grieving and find joy and play. You can still be angry and find excitement, right? So there seems like there's just been too much emphasis on this healing and on this unbounding, and you need the energetic balance because it's dragging you down too much. It's making you too exhausted, and it's just making everything feel heavier and harder. Okay, so tough card, but I feel like a beautiful message, like a lighter message, like bring in the lightness, bring in the simplicity, bring in the ease. Not always efforting so much, right? Because you're exhausting yourself. So take rest where you can and allow the process to unfold as it will. So love that for you, Group A. Okay, Group B, maybe like to pull the play card or something a little more lighthearted, and we don't. Okay, so this is a heavy-ish week. Well, it doesn't have to be heavy. Again, simplistic and easy. But Group B is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Okay, let's see what we got for. Obviously, you need to look in the mirror. Obviously, you need to. This is a very, I feel like it's almost like the opposite a little bit of Group A. Just like Group A, you are tired, you are exhausted, you are efforting too much, but it almost feels like you have been trying to just like kind of ignore things or kind of just let things like pass on by, or just kind of just, like you're exhausted, which makes sense, and you're just kind of like, I want a break, I want relief. So you're kind of just like ignoring things, and it's kind of like no, like we need a balance. You can't keep ignoring things, you can't keep pushing things under the rug, you can't keep like not acknowledging things. And I know it's coming from a place of like, it's coming from the exhaustion place, it's coming from a place of self-preservation, right? It's coming from a place of, I don't know if I can handle anymore right now, or like there's just been like too much and I need a break. And I hear you and I feel that, and that is very true and that is very real. So it's kind of like, instead of going full on the other way of kind of like, I'm not doing anything or I'm taking a break from all of it, like escaping, it's how can you incorporate a little bit of acknowledgement of the small things? This seems like a reflection, looking in the mirror, of like small things. It doesn't seem like huge, like, or a huge diving deeper. It doesn't, like, just like Group A, it doesn't feel like a huge burden. It doesn't feel like it needs to be so heavy, but it also can't be ignored, right? It can't just be bypassed. Like, you do need to look at it and look at the small things. So again, this is almost similar to Group A of like an acknowledging and a processing. And it's not like I need to go into this whole story about it and journal 10 pages about it and meditate on it and talk to my therapist about it and, you know, unpack this whole thing. But it also can't be like you're closing yourself off from things too, right? So it can't be a complete close off. It does need to be able to like bring a little bit in and release at the same time, like bring in a little bit and release, like finding that balance where you can. So there's water here, so a lot of flow of the energy, like in and out, in and out, in and out. So where can you find the small things so it can feel a little easier for you without going into the heaviness and going into the burdensome of it, but also not ignoring it, right? And this also can be like there's flowers here, like it's very beautiful, like there's a lot of beauty in here. So like making sure that you're acknowledging and accepting and seeing the beauty. So the mirror card is a reflection of like what's triggering you. Of course, it's like, look at your triggers, look at what's going on, look at the people and space around you that's like, you know, bothering you and triggering you, and look at the beauty and remember that beauty, that reflection of the beauty is something that you see in you. I'm looking out at like a tree right now, right? And it's like the sun is shining on the tree, and it's like, I love nature, and it's like, so just like, it's beautiful. Like noticing that beauty, taking a moment, noticing that beauty and reflecting that that beauty also lives in you, right? So then again, that is like a bringing in and a releasing. That is the flow energy. That is the water energy. So wherever you can bring that in more, both with the triggers, just small things. Again, like it is too tiring and too heavy to try and like unpack or go into like deep, heavy things. Like I feel that exhaustion, I feel that self-preservation for you, which I totally understand. But again, so like where can you do that with like small things, like somebody, like, I don't know, putting a dish somewhere that you hate, or like not putting something where you want it to be put in its place or something, and it like triggers you, and like you're currently just like, I'll deal with it later. But it's like, if that's something small, see where you can just like acknowledge it, accept it, and release it at the same time, rather than just pushing it away and trying to like bypass it and swipe it under the rug for now. Okay, and remember to look in and see the beauty reflections as well. Okay, where can you, like, I love the flowers here. I'm not sure if I think they're roses. Like, if you can get yourself flowers, or wherever you can like see it, beauty, whether it's nature or something else, like see the beauty and see and know that that's reflected in you too. It's going to help with that balance for this, so other things don't feel so heavy, and it gives you the space to look at the small triggers as well, the small mirrors. Okay, so not the lightest, funnest cards for this week, but I really do hope these messages are helpful and healing and insightful for you. So let me know which card you chose. Let me know if you want some extra guidance with an energy reading or something else. Feel free to DM me. And yeah, otherwise I will see you in July. See you next week.